That's fun, but it's not like I
At the same
spent
time.
hundreds, like thousands of hours just doing tricks, like kick flips, 180 flips, 360 flips, doing
You
manuals.
don't think you can do any of that shit? You don't think you can do any of it?
What do you mean?
Like you don't? Can you still think you can do any of that?
Probably. I mean, if I get back on the board, but I mean that's the thing is that like when it comes to longboarding though, when I see longboarding, I'm like, yeah, riding downhill is fun, but like all of the other stuff that you do on a short board takes so much more skill than that. Because I could
True.
ride down a hill on a fucking regular skateboard, and it's fun, but if you ride down the hill on a regular skateboard and you bust a fucking 360 flip like in the middle of it, that's gnarly.
It is fucking cool. I was always jealous, bro. I couldn't grasp the concept of
Mm.
sliding my fucking foot across the board.
Or you can't
I
ollie?
don't know. I can't.
No. Well, I mean, there's your problem right there.
That's all. Well, bro, to be honest, that's the only thing I don't. I could give a fuck less about a kick flip. I just
Mm.
want to know how to ollie. Because then if I can ollie,
Then you can
then I
get
could just
around.
ride exactly.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got you.
Just can't, bro. I can't do it.
I mean, I learned how to ollie when I was like 7. So I got like some piece of shit. Like there's boards that were called Nash, that were when it comes to like bearing ratings, there's like ABEC ratings, and like they were ABEC like 7 plus is like the good shit that you'll get and put on a
Yeah.
skateboard. The ones in the Nash were like ABEC ones, like they were fucking squares inside the little spinning thing. So it's like you couldn't go anywhere on these motherfuckers. They were just like piece of shit boards. But I was like 7, and my parents found one at a garage sale, and I learned how to ollie on that thing, and then basically I just skated since then.
The fact that it didn't roll probably made it easier.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean for sure.
Bro, you know they sell little rubber things that go over your tires to make your skateboard not roll so you can learn how to ollie.
No, maybe you should get some of them shits.
Because I looked at them and I'm like, I'm still just gonna bust my ass like I do without them.
Mm,
Because I don't need them. I would just put the skateboard in the grass and I would just practice in the grass.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's the other thing about skateboarding is learning how to fall. Like that's 50% of it is you have to know how to fall correctly to not
Oh,
dick yourself
fucking
up.
pro. I'm a fucking pro at falling. You saw me, bro, when I flew out the turret. Nobody falls like me, motherfucker. Yeah, yeah,
Slip.
yeah. Man, bro, this gravity's a fucking bitch. You can't move in the air at all, like
Mm,
in the cartoons.
that's
Like,
a lie. That's a lie. Yeah, I got that story on deck too. I was gonna tell that one, but I don't know. I have to like cycle the ones that I do, but I think that's probably the
did
next
I
one that
ever
I'm gonna
tell
tell.
you?
Huh?
Did I ever tell you that story from my POV?
No.
I heard all of y'all motherfuckers. I heard everybody.
Hmm.
I heard you like Dondo. Where the fuck Dondo at? And then and I heard somebody say he dead. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
Somebody screamed, I'm dead,
Mm.
bro.
Where did you end up landing?
Y'all,
So you pop out of the turret.
I landed in the back hatch, and that's
Okay.
why nobody saw me.
Okay. I thought you were on the ground.
So it, for me, bro, it felt like fucking forever. But I know in reality, the
Mm.
entire situation couldn't have been more than 15, 20 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I don't know. Like the whole thing, like because what I remember happening
From the
is,
second we got hit
yeah,
to the time y'all stopped firing bullets.
half hour, maybe longer, because
You
like,
see, that's what I felt like.
well, because like y'all got hit. Johnny pops out the driver's side with his ass on fire. They get fucking nads out of there. Then literally everybody besides a couple of people, like I don't know if the medic stayed with you, but like it was me on a turret, I think, and a couple of drivers, and I'm radio bitch the whole time because I have our six. But everybody else like goes off to these fucking farmhouses and like starts shooting at the grass, and then they come back like a half hour later. I think recovery came through and scooped all you guys up, like you, Jalone, and the rest of the crew, and then like we pushed forward to try and figure out who the fuck was shooting at us or blowing us up, and we like did fuck all, like every single time we went into the jab.
Yeah, bro. Whoever set that up was like they were in line of sight to look at us,
Yeah.
but they were nowhere near us, bro.
Well, I mean, they could have
We
been
fucked up.
all those. Dude, so there's so much vegetation out there, right? Like all those, like they could have been hiding in the canal, or they could have been like it could have been a remote command det where they just like call or some shit. But
Bro, my spider sense kicked off. I knew we were gonna get hit, but we had already been we by that point everybody had been hit by an IED, and but up to that point the IEDs were fucking baby ass fucking IEDs.
yeah,
So we would just lose tires and then we'd replace our tires,
yeah,
keep it moving. But bro, I remember I was the second vehicle. We became the first vehicle.
yeah, because we missed a turn.
I remember seeing these fucking little kids. I threw them some fucking candy or some shit, and they had goats. I remember spinning the turret this way, and then not seeing anybody at all. And I'm like, what the fuck? So spin the turret the other way, and then everybody's fucking gone like it was a damn scary movie. I'm like, oh shit. By this time, we're already creeping up on top of the hill. And I sit down, I grab the mic, and J-Lo's like, what are you doing? I'm like, we're about to, and right when I say we're about to get hit, boom! Blows my ass out the turret. And I'm still coherent while I'm in the air, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm in the
What I
air.
had for breakfast this morning? Bacon.
Bro, yeah. Nah, bro, I'm up there with like the LRAS, because remember I was the LRAS vehicle. Okay. The LRAS up there, ammo, just a whole bunch of bullshit in the air with me. And I can see that the Humvee had already landed and caught on fire.
Yeah.
And I'm coming down and I'm trying to adjust myself because the way that I am coming, I'm gonna hit my back on the turret shields.
Oh fuck yeah, those things were gnarly.
And then the LRAS probably would have landed on me.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm trying to position myself. I end up hitting the turret shield, cracking some ribs. I fall in the back hatch, and then the fucking back hatch closes on me. No, exactly, bro. I'm like, what the fuck?
How the fuck?
But bro, I swear to you, this is the calmest I've ever been in my fucking life. Like the entire from the second my body left the vehicle, I went into problem solving mode. I'm like, okay, when I hit the ground, it's gonna be on. So where's my weapon?
Yeah.
So I'm looking in the air. I'm like, my weapon's not here. I'm like, so when I hit the ground, I'm gonna need to figure it out once I hit the ground.
Yeah.
Back hatch, it closes on me. I can hear Bridges screaming because his asshole was on fire.
His whole.
I can hear his whole, all his pants and his butthole. He had second and third degree burns. His ass was black.
I remember that he kicked open that door and was like, my ass.
Like how, bro? Like what's the science? He's sitting on his ass.
And that fire crept in there.
I need to know the science, bro. Like was it like did he get so scared? Like you know you get scared, you're like yeah, like but like his ass also did that, like that sucked in air. His butthole reverse queefed. So I saw that through the little crack in the metal where like the metal meets.
Yeah.
So I could see through that, and I was trying to scream, but the inside of the cab was on fire also. So I couldn't get, everything was super hot already. Like it got super hot almost instantly. Nodisy, I saw Nodisy's bitch ass curl up like a little bitch instantly. He gave up instantly, bro. I'm like, you got 2 more lives. No, bro. He gave up instantly. Fucking J-Lo jumped out the whip and didn't try to help anybody, bro.
That 100% sounds like him.
Bro, he didn't help anybody. I saw him jump. He jumped into the fucking canal and stayed there the remainder of that situation.
Yeah.
Fucking I see Bridges finally get out, and then I see Bridges and I hear everybody screaming for Nodisy, and I'm in there. I'm like, no, how come ain't nobody screaming for me no more, bro?
I mean, nobody knew that you fell in the hatch and the house closed on you. Like that's fucking.
Well, everybody, I assumed everybody thought I just got blown to bits or something
Yeah, you just
because I wasn't there
vaporized.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So, um, I hear them pull Odyssey out.
Yeah.
I think they did it with like a shovel or some shit to wedge the door open because the Humvee was sitting on its frame inside that hole, huh?
I don't really remember. Like I remember there was a couple people pulling on that door, and I think they might have gotten like one of those fucking the tools that like remember the thing that had
E-tool?
no, not an e-tool. It's like a fireman's tool, kind of like we all had one of those things that was like a
Oh,
long
the
ass.
breaker bar, that cheater bar.
No, there was something else. They were using some shit, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, well, they got his little skinny ass out there,
yeah,
like fucking pulled his ass out like the hand of God, pulled him out like a little baby,
yeah.
and that's when they pulled him away and then started firing wherever the fuck they were firing. That's when I knew nobody was gonna come save my ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, well, time to start problem solving. I had on those fucking flight gloves, which I thought were heat resistant,
Yeah,
which they are not.
they're fire
They're
resistant.
they're fire resistant,
Yeah,
so they won't melt, they won't char, but you feel everything.
yeah.
So I try to push, like I was kind of like this, like in a baby fetal position, because you got to remember we're packed to the teeth in there,
Yeah.
and then I got full battle rattle. Then again, I'm only like 130, 40 pounds back then.
Yeah.
So I try to push with my hands. It's too hot. Ah, shit. They lied to me.
Yeah.
I took those motherfuckers off, and I started trying to kick.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't do it. So I pulled out my Gerber, handy dandy Gerber, plier mode, and I started pulling out all the little pieces of the locking mechanism.
Mm.
So I pulled everything out, bro. Springs fall out and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, I'm finna get out. And you know how that mechanism worked? It was like that.
Yeah.
You twist in the middle and it would unlock. It wouldn't move, bro. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, well, what do I do next? So I'm just going through it, and it's funny how your brain works, bro, because my memory shot to a time when me and my brother would watch this TV show called The Science of, and it would be the science of something.
Yeah.
This particular episode that I remember was the science of a house fire. Mm-hmm. And almost all of it was irrelevant to my specific situation, except for two parts. One of the parts being get real low.
Yeah.
And take shallow breaths. There was another tip, but this was like a tip when this was like your last, not even your last stand, like you're gonna die. Mm. And they would essentially give you a tip on how to die peacefully.
Oh. A finger in the butt and then a cigarette? Like what?
Yeah, basically. I'll get to that point. But anyways, as I'm trying to as this memory's happening, the bottoms of the diesel fuel cans melt out. Mm. And now the diesel fuel is pouring out all around me. And it's fucking following. You know how the bottom of the Humvee were ridged like the back of a truck?
Yeah.
Well, it created like a little river of diesel fuel that crept to the front of the Humvee where it was all on fire. It ignited. And just like the fucking movies, bro, it ignites and then the flame follows where the fuel source is.
Yeah.
Where essentially it came through where I was at.
Yeah.
It came. Whew, now I'm on fucking fire, bro. I'm still calm. I'm calm, bro. Like I'm like, okay, well, there's probably a way out of this. Because, bro, like as far as the training was concerned, bro, I will say this. They trained the fuck out of us because I was calm. I was not afraid, and I was calm enough to where I could go through one thing. All right, that didn't work. This didn't work. This didn't work. And you know how they taught us, bro. Like there's a solution to every problem. We just haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
So that fire's in there. Now it's on my ears. My hair's getting singed. Now, like, I'm pouring sweat. I'm still calm, but now it's just getting to the point to where it's like, all right, now this is pain. Like, now this shit hurts. And the last tip from that TV show was once, like, it showed this dude in a closet in a house that was on fire, full of smoke, all by himself, and he, like, there was no way for him to get out. And it said the last resort is get out, stand up, and then breathe in deeply. The difference in that, I guess, like the atmospheric pressure because of the fire and the superheated air will fucking collapse your lungs. You'll pass out, and then you'll just die in your sleep, essentially. So that's what I was about to fucking do. Like, I was like, all right, man, fuck it. I'm like, if I'm gonna fucking go, I'm gonna go. Can't nobody kill Dondo but Dondo.
And that's the title right there. That's the title.
Bro, you know how they say, have you ever had an experience where your life flashed before your eyes?
No. I mean, like,
Okay.
the closest thing I had was probably the IED where I got my Purple Heart, and that definitely, like, when you're talking about how slow things are, like, that definitely, everything slowed down, and I remember frame by frame through something that seemed like 10 minutes, but it was really 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, what did I just ask you, bro?
You asked me if I ever had a situation where my life flashed before my eyes.
Okay. So, my life flashed before my eyes, man. It was just like a whole bunch of, like, me getting fucked up and fucking, like, bitches. and it was like a flip book of, like,
titties,
a ton of shit.
And titties and ass.
Liquor and titty and ass and liquor and titty and ass, and then it faded out, and then I was back to reality. I'm like, man, I didn't do shit with my life.
Got some titties and ass though.
And right when I was about to take that deep breath, bro, I think it was, we started getting mortared.
I mean, shit was popping off, dude. I was, like, watching our six
Well,
because I was back.
It was either a mortar or a secondary.
I don't think it was a
Right.
secondary. I think that we did get mortared because they were cooking off those fucking shotgun mortars all the time.
Okay, so that a mortar fell, like, right in front or right next to the Humvee, which rocked the Humvee and made it almost stand up on end. And when that happened, it opened up and just shit my ass out. Like, it spit me out.
Damn.
And from there, I think it knocked me out. And I woke up, and I woke up and I stand up. And then I start thinking, where's my weapon? And then I hear Sergeant Rob, Dondo, get the fuck down. You ain't got no fucking gear on. I had gear on, but it was on fire. So I took it off, and then I passed out, and then I woke up in the Black Hawk. And then I think by that time they had already gave us morphine.
Okay.
So I didn't really feel any pain too much. We were talking shit. Odyssey was screaming. They didn't give him morphine though because he didn't have any injuries.
Because he a bitch.
Yeah, he was like, man, can somebody shut this bitch up?
Yeah.
So we get to the green zone. They give us some more morphine. They start cleaning and working on our wounds, and it's funny because Bridges his ass up, and they're like cleaning his ass.
Get in there real good.
Odyssey's screaming like a bitch. They're cutting my Oakleys melted to my hair. They're cutting the Oakleys out of my hair. Jalone just had a fucking, like, a 2nd-degree burn on his leg that he kept Vaseline up.
Gotta keep it
I had, like, hairline fractures and shit. Like, I cracked ribs. I broke my foot. Burned my ears. I got, like, 2nd and 3rd-degree burns and shit like that. And, like, smoke inhalation. And TBI.
Yeah.
Just a TBI.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Just a traumatic brain injury.
bro, I had shit in
Anything?
my fucking ears. I couldn't hear shit for like almost 2 days.
Mm.
What?
Yeah.
But check this out, bro. So prior to that, like literally like a day before that, I went to the reenlistment officer's office to try to see if they had any waivers for reenlistment. Because do you remember there was like a $60,000 tax-free reenlistment bonus for scouts?
No, I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
Okay, so there was. Well, you probably weren't close enough to reenlistment for them to even tell you.
No. Well,
Because you got to be like a month. I think you got to be like 40 days out or 60 days out or some shit
no,
like
no,
that.
I wasn't anywhere near that close. But I was gonna get out in '07. So I mean, I would have gotten out. I mean, I re-enlisted in that
Oh,
deployment.
stop lost.
Yeah, but I was not stop lost.
Um, well, yeah. So they had a $60,000 tax-free bonus for reenlistment for I think either 6 years or
Oof.
I think it was 6 years.
Yeah.
So 10,000 a year. Kamal got it.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to go get it. Man, you better go get that shit.
Get that money.
Yeah, he got that money, man. But anyways, I was going like damn near every day because I knew they had waivers, but I knew I had to be there to get the waiver. And remember, I had just got out of the shit house. I was barely a specialist again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me go see if I can get this and re-enlist and show them that I'm about it. But they told me nope. Every day it was that black dude with that juicy ass hair, that re-enlistment officer. It was juicy as hell, bro, like permed.
Fucking.
Anyways,
Solo.
who was our command sergeant major?
I don't fucking know.
Or I'm not. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't a command sergeant major, bro. But he was that high ranking sergeant that everybody took as a joke. He would always tell motherfuckers to fix their uniform.
I know who you're talking about. He was a sergeant major, but he was a shitty sergeant major and not actually in charge of anything.
Yeah.
Dude, I prank called that guy at Stokely's house. Stokely had his number, and I prank called him talking about fucking aluminum siding at 2:00 in the morning.
How long did you keep him on the phone for?
No, I left him a message. He didn't answer the phone.
Nah, so the reenlistment officer and that dude came in while we were in the ER, literally, bro, minutes from being off of the Black Hawk.
Yeah.
And full of morphine. Came in there, talking that scout shit. Asked how we were feeling. Nobody said we were, except for Nodis, who was still screaming like a pussy. They had already wheeled his ass out to like some other fucking psychiatric.
The bitch ward. Yeah.
So they came in there to ask me if I wanted to re-enlist. Bro,
seems like an odd time to do that.
Well, because they had a waiver now. And they brought me that waiver.
What do you need a waiver for? What were they waiving?
The time. So because I got stop loss, I had extra time. So my window had like leaked basically.
Oh, that's
so
shit.
I was like right there, and then I got stop loss, and they're like, "Well, how much time do you have left in the Army?" I'm like, okay, well, we get back. I'll probably be out like in February. They're like, okay, well, you gotta wait.
Okay, that's bullshit. Anyway.
Yeah, so they came in and they tried to get me to sign that shit, and I think I cursed them out, bro. I don't know specifically what I told them, but I told them along the lines of like, "Fuck no." And you already know that Sergeant Major started to get pissed and was about to like try to act a fool on me. But there was a colonel. The colonel was the doctor.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nah, well, he can't sign that anyways. He had X amount of morphine." And he kind of shook his head at his ass, like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he was, "Okay, how you scouts feeling?" Everybody, "Oh yeah, we're feeling RTD," because they were gonna send us home, bro.
Yeah.
They were already that colonel and the nurses are like, "Well, you guys are going home."
Yo, oh shit, they already told you that?
Yeah, they're like, "You guys are going home."
Oh fuck.
So that's what, but they couldn't send us home, bro. That's a whole truck.
Yeah.
They couldn't send on a whole truck. At that, we were already.
I mean,
we had elephant grain.
J-Lo with his leg burn. RTD.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
everybody else, probably
I
not.
went crazy after that, bro.
I know. I
I
remember
went
like
crazy.
you came back, and you were in the barracks, and I remember going into your room, and you were like laying on your bed. And you're like, man, fuck this shit. Some bullshit.
Bro, I love the army, but for those 30 days, I was crazy.
Mm.
I don't remember that shit. Um, Piss bottles. I threw food at Hannah and Walton. I guess anybody who came into the room trying to like be nice and
Mm.
bring me food and snacks and shit.
Fuck out of here.
Um, Suicide watch. I was sleepwalking.
Mm-hmm.
The protocol on that was if you're in that state, you have to be in that state for I think like 30 days or something like that. And once you've been in that state for that amount of time, then they'll send you home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I snapped out of it like 28 days in.
Damn.
So when I snapped, yeah, I snapped out of it, bro. Bro, I snapped out of it and I had like a fucking full beard. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the I woke up like normal. You know, we woke up our routine, we go shit, shower, shave,
Yeah.
go have breakfast. I woke up like nothing, bro. Like I just woke up, went downstairs, I looked at him like, what the fuck? Nobody said anything to me. I fucking stanked, bro.
Mm.
I stank. I shaved.
Yeah.
I shaved. Everybody was looking at me all fucking weird. Hannah finally came and talked to me. Dondo, you all right? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm fucking all right. Like, he's like, man, because I think Hannah was the guy who was taking me to go see the doc every day. Because I would have to go every day to go talk to the doc. And I think Hannah was the one watching me most of the time.
That makes sense.
Dang.
Lunch mommy.
Yep. Yeah, bro. And then when I snapped out of it, they took me for my evaluation, and I had like a crazy ass profile, and whoever that captain was that was like in charge of like all the medics, that's who had to clear me. So I talked to him. He's like, "You fine?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "What do you remember?" I'm like, "Getting blown the fuck up." And then today, he's like, "You know that was like 28 days ago." I'm like, "No, is that normal?" He's like, "Yeah, for your kind of trauma." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Well, how do you feel?" I'm like, "Fine."
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I just want to get back in the gun, or I'm not fucking around. They told me that if you don't clear me, then I can't get back in the gun.
Yeah.
He's like, if you're fine, I'll clear you. He cleared me, bro. And I eventually got back in the gun, but the first time I got back in the gun is when we went to R&R to the embassy.
Yeah.
And I was shitting bricks because I thought I was gonna get blowed up the whole time. But then after that, I was fine.
Dude, I remember after the first time I got hit, like I got hit late in the game, so it was like October, and we were leaving at the end of November. But the rest of the time that I was in the gun, I was fucking sitting down, like right here. They're like, "Hey, get up, look at that." I'm like, "Fuck you! You look at it. You got fucking windows."
Nope. Nah, bro, fuck that. Brown got mad at me one time because I told him to get down because his tall ass was hanging out like goddamn this much.
That dude was too fucking tall for the turret.
I'm like, get down here. Yeah. Like, get down, big Bubba. He got mad at me. Cursed me out. Dondo, go on this line. Like, all right. Cursed me out. Don't you ever go. My bad. And once you get shot, man. Oh, bro.